folks, and happy December. My name is Jen, and I'm here to talk to you about my last TBR of the year. Basically all of the books that I'm hoping to get to in December that I most likely probably will not, because TBRs for months do not seem to work for me anymore. But here we go. Here's what I am basically the books that I'm hoping to get through. So, first and foremost, I am continuing my reading of The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. I am doing a reread of this, partly because I want to reread it, and also partly because it is for a video that I'm hoping to come out with either in December or in January. If you don't know anything about The Count of Monte Cristo, it is a tale of revenge after Edmond Dantes, who is having a wonderful life, is betrayed and framed for a crime he did not commit and jailed for several years until he is able to get access to a large chunk of money so he can enact his revenge upon those who have ruined his life. It's a big boy. I am honestly not too far into it so far, but I'm hoping that I can bang this out pretty soon. The next thing that I'm going to read, which inevitably is what I always read in December, is A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. I plan on probably doing my standard 2 reads of this year. I usually listen to an audiobook of it while I am working on present projects. I prefer the audiobook by Tim Curry because he did an amazing freaking job on it, but basically any audiobook of it will do. And then I inevitably always read a physical copy of it, usually between like Christmas Eve and like the day after Christmas. Within that like window I'll reread it, because it's really not that long of a book. I have a couple of copies of A Christmas Carol because I have a problem, but I actually am planning on reading out of this copy that I just got this year, which is pretty new to me, and it contains not only A Christmas Carol, it also has other stories in it. So I will be saving A Christmas Carol, like the physical reading of it, for, like I said, that specific time right on and around Christmas, but I plan on trying to read the other stories as well this month. They are Christmas Festivities, The Story of the Goblins Who Stole a Sexton, A Christmas Episode from Master Humphrey's Clock, which I don't know what Master Humphrey's Clock is. I'm assuming that's a longer book of his. The Haunted Man and the Ghost Bargain, A Christmas Tree, What Christmas Is as We Grow Older, and The 7 Poor Travelers. Now I do have another collection of Charles Dickens's Christmas stories, and I feel like A Christmas Tree is one of the stories that's in there, but I'm not 100% sure. So we'll find out. I also have some other books that I'm hoping to get at. So first up, I would like to maybe do a rereading of Midwinter Murder, which is a collection of fireside tales from the Queen of Mystery. So it's all like Christmas and or winter related short stories, like murder mysteries by Agatha Christie. And there's like, I think I remember Three Blind Mice was my favorite of these stories. It's actually what the play The Mousetrap is based off of. But there's also The Chocolate Box, A Christmas Tragedy, The Coming of Mr. Quinn, The Clergyman's Daughter, The Plymouth Express, Problem at Paulencia Bay, Sanctuary, The Mystery at Hunter's Lodge, The World's End, The Manhood of Edward Robinson, and Christmas Adventure, which, if I remember correctly, was my other favorite of this book. But yeah, I like a good murder mystery at this time of year, especially having like Christmas or winter themed ones. It's a lot of fun, so I will probably be either actually physically reading this or finding an audiobook of it and listening to the audiobook of it. I actually have already started an audiobook of Christmas mysteries that I want to get through. The one that I'm listening to right now is the Christmas card. It's either the Christmas card mystery or the Christmas card murder. I can't remember who the author was. It has like basically other members of the detection club from like the golden age of mystery. It's all of theirs. So I know there's like Baroness Orczy wrote a story, so like the lady who wrote the Scarlet Pimpernel, so she's in there. ECR Lorax, I believe, is in there. It's like a bunch of vintage detective writers, and I've read a couple of vintage detective authors of the time, but I honestly haven't checked out that many, so I'm excited about this audiobook that I'm listening to right now. It's very enjoyable so far. And that's also something else I want to find more of, is more wintry, like vintage mysteries, because I have tried Christmas and winter related cozy mysteries, like modern ones, and they just aren't really my cup of tea. They're a little too hallmarky for me, and I honestly, I'm sorry, but I'm someone who cannot stand Christmas Hallmark movies, so I don't really like those mysteries. If that's your cup of tea, I'm so happy for you. There are so many of them. There's a lot of them uploaded here on YouTube, but it's just not something that I'm into. So I am looking for more vintage ones. If you guys have any ideas of good vintage like holiday mysteries, let me know too, and I'll look out for them. I'm also on the lookout for something funny. So I'm looking for other audiobooks I can listen to that are kind of really out there and funny. Earlier this year, I ended up reading or listening to an audiobook of Ice Planet Barbarians. So it's like the first of Ruby Dixon's like many alien erotica things, and I kind of hate how much I enjoyed that. It was really weird, but also really funny. Interesting world that she's kind of created. So I may or may not also check out more of those, because I think all of them, or most of them at least, take place on this ice planet that they're all on. So I might try to find more of those and just kind of have that going, so it's like I'm reading something and I'm entertained while I'm also like working on projects, like I said. But I am also on the lookout for others. I have seen other people reading like stuff about like Krampus and like just really out there things, and I like reading those because they're so ridiculous, and just honestly, I don't find them very titillating, but I find them really hilarious. And I don't know, I feel like I'm in the need for some laughs right now, especially when I'm stressing over doing things. So yeah, I'm on the lookout for more of those, and you'll probably, I'm sure, if I find a good pocket of weird things, you'll hear about it in like my December wrap up when that comes up sometime in January. So as for other physical books that I'm looking at right now, I have one more reread that I don't know if I'll get to, but it might be something if I feel like I just need to chill out before bed, kind of read, or maybe this will be a lunchtime read, I'm not 100% sure. But I recently got a copy of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. I read the entire Chronicles of Narnia series as a kid, and I really loved them. This is not my favorite. My favorite is The Silver Chair. This is my second favorite. I have not read this since I was probably like, I don't know, 13, 14 maybe. I might have been a little bit older because I feel like I reread this when the movie came out. Yeah, I really figured that this is a good one to read right now because it's like, you know, a snow-covered world but Christmas doesn't arrive kind of thing. So I thought that, hey, that's a pretty good idea for another wintry read right now. So I might pick up The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. If you don't know what The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is, I don't know where you've been. It's about 4 kids who, due to the Blitz, have to set during World War II. They end up being sent to the country to live in this big old house of this. And one day when they're kind of exploring and playing and stuff like that, Lucy, who's the youngest, finds a wardrobe to hide in. I think they're playing hide and seek, and she climbs into the wardrobe and finds basically that the back of the wardrobe opens up into Narnia, this snow-covered world. And none of her siblings believe her at first until they also manage to find themselves in Narnia. And Narnia has been cursed to be covered in snow due to the White Witch, and there's just a whole bunch of shit going on with that. So, yeah. I have 2 more reads. One is the last Christmassy one. The one that I've been saving for this time of year is A Castle in the Clouds. This is by Kirsten Gier, and this is following a girl who works as, I think she's the maid. She's an intern at a European hotel. I think she's mostly a maid, but I believe that she's also like a childminder at this like hotel. It's like this grand old hotel, and this takes place right around Christmas time. There's a mystery that she finds herself embroiled in at this grand old hotel. I have heard nothing but good things about this, so I'm really looking forward to reading this. And then the last book that I'm hoping to read in December, it's not Christmassy at all. It's not even like winter related, I don't think, but it's just been on my brain. And winter seems to be the time when I enjoy reading fantasy the most, so I am hoping to possibly dive right into The Eyes of the Dragon by Stephen King. A fantasy, it says, a sprawling fantasy of dark magic and the struggle for absolute power that utterly transforms the destinies of 2 brothers born into royalty. So, the reason why I picked this up, other than the fact that I love Stephen King and I hadn't realized that he'd written fantasy before, like, the fairy tale book that recently came out, I hadn't known that he'd written any fantasy at all, unless, I guess Dark Towers technically counts as fantasy, right? I hadn't known about, like, this at all until I saw it in the store, like, a couple of years ago, and I read the first chapter, which is really short, while I was standing in the store, and I was enthralled. So, looking forward to picking this up most definitely. That's basically what I am hoping to get through in December. It's, I think, a decent stack for this year. I probably won't get to everything, but you never know. Let me know what you guys are planning to read for December. If you have any audiobook suggestions for, like, what I'm looking for, let me know too. And yeah, this is what I'm hoping to get to, so wish me luck, because it's gonna be a crazy month. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, night, week, weekend, wherever you're at, basically. I wish you a really fun and stress-free December. Thank you for watching. Thank you for always watching. And if you like to subscribe, please consider doing so. I will see you guys in the next video.